Every single one of them. You're gonna take it. No, I think you had guys that we recruited Mobile very heavy. Deontay Lawson was already here right as I was coming in at South Alabama. Would have certainly loved to have had him. There's too many to count in that regard, but that's a special thing. I think Coach Saban has did a tremendous job of recruiting this state. I think Coach DeBoer has made it a priority. I think we've seen those things already in terms of getting some of the best young men from this state. And that's why we've had great success on top of plenty of other things that you can point to. But I think when you have young men that are from this state that grew up here, that understand, right, the rivalries that we play in, that understand what Alabama football means to the state of Alabama, those things matter, and you want somebody that represents one of those 11 bodies on the field, week in and week out.
Hey, Coach Wommick.
Hold on. Raise your hand for me, Alex.
Alex Carr with Bama 247. Just your early appraisal of Devonte Smith and where he might fit in the defense.
Well, I think Smitty has a really, really good skill set. Obviously, I know from a standpoint of he has been injured, right? He's kind of gone through some of those, rehab process. He's done a really great job of that. Jeff Allen and his staff have done a tremendous job of getting him back. I'm excited about Smitty. I mean, I think he can cover. He's a big frame, 200 plus pounds, right? He's shown some physicality as we've started to put the pads on, and I think he can process and analyze and make checks and adjustments. So that Husky position is so critical to what we do because we ask a lot out of that player. To cover man-to-man, to blitz off the edge, to play zone coverage, to sometimes fit down in the box. We're asking quite a bit, and so it needs a very versatile skill set, and I think Smitty has that.
Mike Rodak, Bama 247. What have you seen out of Keanu on the edge and just what you're looking at?
Keanu Koht? Yeah. I've been really pleased with Keanu Koht. I think, athletically, I think he's a freak. I think he does some things, the way he can bend off an edge, his explosive ability. He plays with an extremely high motor right now, and he is grasping what we are doing from a schematic standpoint. You see everybody's making mistakes, but you see guys correct things from one day to the next, and if he can continue to do that, I really like his trajectory right now.
Coach Smook of Bama.
Right here, Coach Smook.
Coach Smook of Bama football on YouTube. Defensive line depth. We got a lot of highly talented talent in that room. What's your confidence level in that group, and what is the plan going forward as far as using that depth?
Well, I think Freddie Roach has done a phenomenal job with this group. I really do. I mean, we're a very talented from older guys to younger guys. I think there's a lot of depth. I think there's a lot of guys that play with a very high motor, play with physicality. We're getting better and better at some of the techniques and things that we're doing schematically that might be just a little bit different up front. And I think the guys have really leaned into that. You see some of these younger guys that are taking some big steps forward. I think the future is bright with our defensive line unit.
Two more, Katie.
The other day during the media viewing period, just a little bit we get to see. At one point I saw you with the inside linebacker with Deontay Lawson. You went, you stopped the drill, told him something, ran over. Just kind of what's your approach? Obviously he's a super experienced guy with practice with you being the new guy here and being kind of hands-on with the guys and showing them like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think every person, right, coaches, players included, we can all get better, right? So whether they're a young freshman on the field or a veteran player out there, right, you're always going to challenge them to become the best version of themselves. And the best version of ourselves should be the next rep, right, and striving to do those things. I'm hands-on with those backers, right? I like to show those things and physically kind of get in there with them and all that stuff. I always tell them they're not going to do it as athletic as I make it look, right? But, they can certainly try. But I think Deontay, what is neat about working with him, especially one-on-one, is you can show him something and he can take a mental picture of it. You can verbalize it to him, and then he can carry that on the field and execute. He is a really tremendous player in terms of being able to analyze in real time, and then he makes everybody else around him better for that. That dude has a very, very bright future.
Wyatt Fulton, Type 100.9. What have you seen from your safety room, maybe guys like Keon Sapp and Malachi Moore?
Yeah, very pleased with their ability to process and analyze. I think if you look up the middle of our defense, there's a lot of experience, and those are the guys that have to communicate everything on the way out. So from the interior D-line to the linebackers to those two safeties, you see our ones, there's not a whole lot of busts right now. those guys are able to communicate and get things executed. But from an athleticism standpoint, I think they can cover man-to-man. They've got great spatial awareness in their zone coverages. They're making plays on the ball. And, again, we talk about that vision coverage. You see those guys starting to get closer and closer to making plays on the ball, and that's the evolution of what this defense has been able to brought. They'll look, they look good right now. They'll look a little better at the end of spring. They'll look a little better in the summertime and fall camp. And by the time we get to August 31st, right, you got a lot of guys that are breaking on the ball at a high level.
All right, Kane, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, we've got Coach Robinson, Coach Hitschler coming. Players, we've got Marion Latham.
Hey, fam, now we'll get to the player interviews. We should be good on the audio, so we're going to start with Christian Robinson right here.
Coach, what are your early impressions from Baylor to Alabama?
You know, obviously it's been great to come back to the SEC and be closer to home. A lot of relationships that I've had from my playing days. My dad being a high school football coach in Georgia. Really proud to be here and be a part of this organization and this team.
This coaching staff kind of draws coaches from all across the country. How much does it help to have that SEC experience and that experience in Georgia?
You know, just starting day one with recruiting, being able to go into places that I've been, have pre-existing relationships. I think that's the number one thing to start, just day one. And then two, just to be able to be in this footprint, the type of players that you can recruit here, and what you can sell to those families and those players of what Alabama is and what it's going to continue to be.
Coach, what's the message being preached in that outside linebacker room right now?
You know, day one I walked in, and all over the walls are some of the great players that have been here. And there's been some great players the past 3 years that I've recruited and I know well, Dallas and I know Will. And so that was the standard, telling them that the expectation is to live up to that. And obviously with Dallas going to the NFL, there's going to be room for guys to step up. That's the number one message, is we plan to continue to carry that torch. And so motivating them, challenging them pushing each other. One thing about this group is that they do coach each other. And that was exciting to see from day one.
Speaking of guys stepping up, Coach, you look at Quindarius Robinson and Keanu Koht. How have they been in that room as guys, as leaders, trying to get everybody else to step up around them?
Yeah, those are two guys that I had actually recruited while I was at the University of Florida. And to come in day one, we already had a relationship. And so those guys have been vocal, from, if it was off-season workouts, fourth quarter program, to day one in the meeting. And then especially after practice, those two guys, they definitely come together and communicate what the expectation is, and they're pushing the group, and I'm proud of them.
How is that relationship, the pre-existing relationship, how does that help the transition coming in and really teaching a new defense to these guys? You know,
I think at the end of the day, them knowing my heart, in order to coach someone, they need to know that you are for them. And so to know that from day one, it was exciting to just walk in the meeting room. I got there around 11 o'clock coming in from Texas, and by the end of the day, we were out here with the guys going through drills. So there's a familiarity, but they also know that there's a standard at Alabama.
Athletic.
All right, fam, we're walking over towards Jihad Campbell now, and then we're going to try to get Devonte Smith after that. So stay tuned.
You switch numbers this year?
Yeah, number 11, yep.
Why'd you do that?
So basically, when I was in high school, IMG Academy, I wore that number, and it just like stuck with me, like that dog mentality number. So
I got you. Over the course of spring ball, what's your biggest goal for yourself here?
my biggest goal for myself is to keep on learning, keep on understanding things, keep on being a role model, and just keep on learning how to be a leader for the team.
Yeah, what's the offense like? This offense going against?
This offense is very outgoing. They have a lot of things in, and I'm excited to see what they do on the field.
What have you seen so far from Jeremiah Alexander and some other guys within the inside linebacker position?
Man, they are my dogs, man. We a brotherhood. I don't even know no other way to put it, man. We push each other to be great. We always got each other back. We want each other to do great things and succeed on the field. So I'm proud of them boys. I know they're proud of me too. So.
And Deontay Lawson, I mean, it's got to be one of the top tandems. You guys have a lot of experience coming back. How great is it to have someone like that within this room?
I mean, it's really great to have everybody back. D-Law, he's a great player, great dude, and also a great leader. So.
As far as the defensive unit goes and bringing in some new guys, new faces, having some guys leave. As a unit, how has communication gone and meshing together to play well together?
I mean, just meshing. I want to say like the guys that stayed versus the younger guys. Just having that edge to give them understanding, like for the younger guys, different type of tools on the field, different type of communication skills. So, I definitely give a big shout out to all the young guys that's doing their thing right now on the field, man. They competing in every single way, and I might got to look out for them, definitely.
All right, we're going to go talk to Devonte Smith. Smitty.
First or second from whoever is red, he's going to be a great player for us, and I'm thankful that he continue to stay in and stay put with the road with us. So thankful.
Another new guy, Damani Jackson.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him making that transition? Obviously not quite a young guy, but new to the system.
Yeah, he's great, man. Damani's been making so many plays for us, and I'm glad we got him on our team. And thankful, can't wait to see what he does. August 31st.
Are you talking about the camaraderie between you and Malachi Moore, both of you guys being leaders on the back end? How do y'all play off each other?
We just feed off each other energy, One play, he might make a big play, and I'm feeding off of that. So I'm kind of go next and make the play. So, we just feed off each other energy and just keep each other up. Even if, someone misses a play, you just keep us up and going to the next play mentality and just, continue to keep having fun out there. I think it's all about having fun and, having that trust within each other. And I think that's what it basically all boils down to.
There's 6 new defensive backs, at least on the freshman class. 3, I think, were 5-stars. Can you just talk about, have any of them kind of shown out early in spring, or what are your first impressions on that?
Honestly, if I can give you the truth, every single defensive back we have has shown out this spring. Everyone's got a chance. Everyone's been able to play and make plays, and they've all been phenomenal. And I can't say that, that's the least I can say. If you're able to get out to watch a practice or anything like that, you'll see it's just what I'm talking about. We have a fantastic group from the corners to the safeties, fantastic defensive back group.
Coach Wommick a couple of different times now has brought up all the offense can throw at you guys as a secondary because they have so many different looks. Is that something you're noticing, and how challenging is that when an offense is so dynamic?
Oh, our offense is crazy. I can't even – I have not seen, up to this point, it took so long for us, when, Coach Sam, he would limit a few things our offense can do just because our defense is getting accumulated with everything, but they're just throwing everything at us off the rip with this defense. So the things that we are getting used to now and seeing right now is stuff that we ain't gonna see down the road for a couple more months. During the season, stuff like that. So our offense is phenomenal, and I just thank the things that they've been doing for us to show us continue to get better.
Thrown in the deep end a little bit.
Oh man, yes. Definitely, it's been crazy.
Smitty, what's Coach Mooka, Bama Football on YouTube? What's the biggest adjustment from last year's schematics to this year's schematics on the back end? We've had a lot of insight on the up front, but what's your take on the biggest difference this year?
I would say communication, because we have a lot of different guys who've been out there, come from different teams that transferred in, different transfers, and we haven't played with each other, haven't built that trust, haven't done anything like that. So pretty much off the field, we've been trying to just build that trust, build that, that family within each other. So when we get out on the field, it can all, because everything translates. So that's the biggest thing I would say, just translating, because at the end of the day, we're all football players. We're all great. We all here for a reason. We can play, we can make the plays, but ultimately it comes down to that trust. You can trust that this guy's going to hold his leverage and I can play the middle of the field and, stuff like that. So it really boils down to trust, and I think we've done a really great job at that.
Devonte, just Coach Mo, having him in here, what does Coach Mo and Gwiz mean? The energy that he's brought, the coaching he's brought, what does he mean in this room for everybody?
Coach Mo's definitely, he's another technical guy, technical coach we have, he's a head coach at Buffalo previously, and he just brought, that energy. It's just an energy that's unmatched. Coach Mo, Coach Shepard, both those guys, obviously on different sides of the ball, but bringing that energy with both of the, with both sides of the ball. So it's making the whole team better as far as receivers and DBs. And I can't do enough but thank both of them for, being who they are and being who they are for this team.
Can you guys see your journey? Obviously, you had some first team reps last year. You get hurt, and you also the same name as an Alabama legend. Where's your journey been here like?
My journey's been crazy, man, but I can't do nothing but thank God for still being here. Thankful for the opportunity and just making the best out of every day I get.
And then just with the signing day, I don't know if they try and move it to June. Just as a player, what's kind of your perspective of would you have signed in June? And I guess what are your thoughts on that?
I would have signed as early as possible to get that out the way and just continue to work. I'm not a one who's worried about the external things. I'm more focused on what I need to do to get better at my craft. You know what I'm saying? So
And you still would have played out your senior year?
yeah, I still would have played. Most
Because that's the
definitely.
biggest. People are like,
Yeah.
oh, they won't play their senior year. So I just, players.
Most definitely.
So thank you.
Yep.
Question.
Most definitely.
Work in the film room. Have you all had much work in the film room with Colin Hitschler being in and
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
Mosley?
Every single day.
What's the
and
biggest difference there?
The biggest difference, I would say, it's more like it's more communication in there. Like, it's not just the coach talking, but it's interactive. You know what I'm saying? He's making sure we're paying attention and not just wandering off, and he's just talking and we're not listening and stuff like that. He's making it interactive, making us answer questions and things like that. So that's pretty much how it's been.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Devonte.
Appreciate it.
Okay, everybody, we're going to talk to Coach Colin Hitschler, safety coach, DB coach, co-defense coordinator.
Work together really well and put in extra hours in the film room, and because of some of the situations that went on, they're getting a lot of reps with the ones and twos, and they're taking advantage of it every day. They're making plays, and it's fun to watch them out there.
What stood out to you so far from a guy like Devonte Smith, who's been in the program but maybe has had to go through some things to get to a point to contribute?
Well, I think the first thing with Devonte is the energy. Every day you're out there, he provides energy. He's a leader on and off the field. He's been in and out of the lineup his whole time here, but he's a fighter who keeps fighting to get back. And when he's out there, he provides a lot of energy to the group, and he's a leader. So it's a great guy to coach. Can't say enough about him.
Coach Hitschler, freshman Peyton Woodruff. What's your assessment on him right now coming in?
I love Peyton. Peyton's a California kid who's a long way from home. And that can be a tough situation early for you, but he's a grinder. He's working. He's focused. He's playing with the twos right now and making a lot of plays. Can't say enough about him.
Coach, the board talked a little bit about Red Morgan and Xavier Brown. They've been working a little bit with the ones it looked like from what we saw. What have you seen from them?
Yeah. First of all, Red's from Alabama. Grew up an Alabama fan. To be out here as a freshman playing with the ones and earning it every single day. He's really fun to coach. He's elastic. He jumps in and out of, through this roof every day. Just love coaching him right now. The work ethic is special. And then Xavier, can't say enough about a kid from California who can come all the way out here and learn the defense and compete. So focused and just doing everything you ask.
You said Red is fun to coach. What's fun to coach? What's fun about him?
He is true Alabama through and through. And when you have kids like that love football, they're fun to coach. He wants every bit of knowledge you can give him. And he plays really hard.
Why was that opportunity to come work under Kane and Colin here at Alabama the right opportunity for you?
Well, first it starts with the brand, right? The brand is a really powerful brand, and being a part of that special. And then when you put that with great people, Kalen's a great person first and foremost, and a great leader. Has had an unbelievable career so far, and the future is bright for him. And then Coach Wommick's one of my best friends that I've worked with in the past and talked throughout this whole process. And just being back with him is exciting, and it's fun when you're working with good people.
Coach, Malachi Moore coming back for another year. How big was that, and how has that been helpful in your transition into this position?
The best recruiting Coach DeBoer did. No, to have a leader on the back end that's played a ton of football and made a ton of plays for this program. But more than anything, he knows the standard of this place, and he sets the standard daily, holds the guys accountable. But can't wait to see what he's able to do playing safety for the first full season.
How long has it taken the players to get used to the new terminology, whether it's Husky instead of Star, Rover?
That doesn't take very long, right? For them, they're eating it up. They're football kids. They're all junkies. You don't choose to come to Alabama if you're not a football junkie. And they speak the foreign language of football at a very high level. They were coached at a very high level before, so they know the ins and outs of football. And now it's just changing a term here or there, but they're able to handle that really well.
Coach, you had a pretty eventful spring break. Just can you kind of recap your past week and how special it was?
Yeah. Moved the family down from Wisconsin. That's always fun. And then we had a baby, our third first son, but third child last Sunday. So great experience in Tuscaloosa. Couldn't say enough about the people, the nurses, the doctors. It was an awesome experience. Excited to have the family here now. So makes it a lot more fun when you can go home at night and see them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Coach, Alabama's put a lot of high-profile defensive backs in the NFL. The two highest-paid DBs in the NFL are currently, or safeties are currently Alabama defensive backs. You know, you're coming in and you're going to try to uphold that standard and raise the standard. Just what are some of the things that you're going to be able to do to help raise that standard?
Well, the standard is the standard, right? It's more about keeping the standard than changing the standard. I think there's some really talented guys in the room. You know, and Malachi starts it off, and Keon coming in. They're both expectation is to play at the next level and get drafted at a very high level. So, you know, keep the standard and keep pushing forward. Keep them developing as football players and as men, because that's what's successful in the league.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, guys, media room's closed today, so you're going to have to work after practice. You're going to have to work kind of wherever you work. That room won't be open.
Bama Nation.
Your stuff's up there. I'll be up there.
We're gonna keep the live going. We'll just do the presser outside, right? We'll keep the live going.
Tell them that we just let's just get our stuff.
Yeah, I can turn the camera around too and talk.
Oh,
You want to
yeah,
end
that's
it?
fine.
Yeah.
No, just keep it going for this.
All right, Bama Nation. So, myself, Kyle Henderson. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Make sure you're liking the stream. We got 300 people in the chat. Huh? There goes Kyle right there, y'all. We got 300 in the chat. We need y'all to run the likes up. We need 150 likes before the end of the stream. So run these likes up, share the stream, get everybody in here, because we are talking Bama football. Hopefully the reception's good. Hopefully the audio's good. I'm going to try to beat Kyle outside and set everything up. And then we're going to jump right into it and give y'all our post-interview reactions. Also, there was a few things that we were hearing when we walked in that were pretty good signs, especially about the defense. But also, we got some offense talk too. We got some offense talk. It's going to be a good session. So, y'all bear with us as we go out here and get set up. Hopefully, it don't take too long. What's going on, Coach? Hopefully, it don't take too long. And yes, y'all are getting a nice live view of the indoor facility, which is pretty cool. Y'all see state of the art weight room in there. You got the ref in there in the weight room working out, getting his pump on, right? What if I should be an official for Alabama just for practices? Get a lot of physicality going. All right, so I think we're just gonna set up outside like we did the other day, right? Hopefully the wind ain't blowing too much. Beautiful day outside. If you're in Tuscaloosa or in the state of Alabama, you enjoying this beautiful weather, man, let me know. Because, yeah, it is fire. It is fire out here. So, let me see. I think we do the same view we had the other day. I think because y'all getting used to seeing us right here, right? Sound and pick are great. Thank you, Ruben. Everybody appreciate it. What's up, David Turnage? How you feeling? The facilities, yes, they do, sweet home. What's up, Adam? Yes, sound is good now, Auntie. Hey, run the thumbs up, y'all. We at 75. We like 120. Wait, no, we 75 short. I'm tripping. Can't add today. Come on, y'all. Hey, appreciate the love, everybody. Make sure y'all run the chat up. Fan funders are definitely, super chats are definitely welcome. So here goes Kyle. Let's go. We're going to see what the game plan is, how we're going to run this real quick. What's going on, brother?
We could walk out to. Yo, what's up, fam? What's up? You could walk out to the truck and just sit on those chairs I brought, and you could just do like a walk and talk with us.
Let's do it.
Show them the campus.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
but I guess we're gonna have to play past the mic back, which is fine. So what's happening right now is we are walking right by Coleman Coliseum. This is that back there is a practice facility right here. And then we go into the media room. And this is a sports and science center that they just built right here to the left. And where we park is somewhere like in here, and then back there, that's the baseball stadium. And then when Coach Kalen DeBoer has like a press conference from the podium, that takes place back over here in the Mount Moore Athletic Facility. So for today, the interviews, and that's where we work. There's like desks and stuff in there. This is Coleman Coliseum. Right? And then, so they have us park. If you can't find a parking spot in there, you park out in this parking lot. When I do my workouts down here on Wednesdays, here at campus, we call it the capstone, right? So you work literally, we work out like down here on the band practice field, and then usually like do some field work over here. So this is the Coleman Coliseum parking lot, and you're gonna see my truck. And then I have some stools in there, and we're just gonna pop them up and talk about some.
Hey, I'm working this camera. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, of course. And then so Smook's on the camera right now, and we're walking, and we're
got vlog skills.
We're walking and we're talking, and we're walking and we're talking. Walk it like I talk it.
Bama Nation, run up the likes, y'all. Run up the likes. Nobody's doing it like this. Come on, y'all. Share it up. Let's get them in here.
So what we're doing is we're gonna go to the truck. We're gonna set 2 bar stools up, and we're just gonna talk for a few minutes about our observations from here, from Devonte Smith, Kane Wommick, Colin Hitschler, Jihad Campbell, and other things, pertaining to spring football. And then we're gonna go get something to eat.
It's that part, because I'm definitely hungry.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys, and we had the whole crew. We had Jarek, we had Sean, we had Merrill. We even had Ty on a Saturday.
Yeah, Ty on a Saturday. That was different.
Yeah.
Actually, I ain't gonna lie. I laid in bed and watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I laid down and watched it.
Well, because I went and worked out today, but then I came back, and I was so tired. I took a nap, and now here we are. So this is the truck. See, here's the jump rope. This is the jump rope. These are the benches. Let's just put the benches facing that way. Maybe like this. All right. And we're gonna get mics to where we can like both have a mic, but right now we're just playing like past the mic.
Yeah, and I talk loud.
Is that here? I'm gonna look at it. And see how it looks.
Mic check, 1, 2. I know it's windy out here, y'all, but it should be good. We should be good, like with the sound. Hey, run up some emotes. Run up some emotes if your audio is good with me talking like this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little windscreen in here. So give them a little preview of what we saw today.
All right, y'all. So, Coach Smook of Bama Football on YouTube. Y'all know who it is, man. Here with Kyle Henderson, Mr. Kyle Henderson, Mr. Bama Football on YouTube himself. You guys don't understand how awesome of the day it is outside, first of all. The weather is beautiful. Like, it's the right amount of breeze. It's the right, like, cool, warmth, all mixture. It's perfect temperature outside. But, guys, Coach Kane Wommick and the energy, you could just see it oozing through him. The players that were represented today.
I want to see if they can hear it on this mic, too.
Yeah. See, you should be able to, because it's already got 2 channels up there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I can't see that good during the day, y'all, with them type of screens and stuff. But it should be good.
Test. Can you guys hear me? Test. So don't talk, Smook. Can you guys hear me okay? Test. Say yes if you guys, run the thumbs up if you guys can. It looks like it is. Test. Can you guys hear me? Hold on, give me 1 second. Sounds good. All right, cool. They say good. All right.
It should be good. We got to connect it right. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Coach Kane Wommick came in to start the post-practice
and I'm sorry about that. I think, so how it works is we plug into a box, and we're going off their feet. So at the beginning, I think the audio was a little bit bumpy, but we pulled it out. We figured out something. So, they changed things up because Coach Saban loved to speak from the podium.
Yeah.
But now he's like after practice, or Coach Kane the board. So anyways, what were your takeaways from his message today, and what we've talked to in regards to the Alabama defense?
The level of demand that is requiring for all the players, veterans and freshmen alike. I like the fact that the demand is not wavered by what your age is or how long you've been on campus, whether you've been a 3-year guy or you're a true freshman. The expectation is the same across the board. And one thing that I'm beginning to feel more confident is that the defense is grasping all the concepts at a high rate.
Yes.
At multiple levels. I mean, like first, second string, third string guys, rotational.
Yes.
You get the idea that a lot of guys are being put in a lot of different positions on the back end. So I like where we're at right now with his energy and the way that, he's kind of giving us those reports of guys are retaining.
And, when we were walking into practice, there was 2 people that were walking out, and they were like, didn't the defense look amazing today?
That was the first thing we
Literally,
heard.
like these people walked in, and they were talking about the defense. I think with Coach Kane Wommick, you're seeing a lot of energy, but I think it spills over into the defense, and I wanted to get your take on talking with Devonte Smith. Devonte Smith, I think, is a key piece to this defense. I know he was shortchanged last year because of an injury, but his overall presence in terms of leadership and what he brings skill-wise, I mean, we spoke to him today, but also we were able to talk to Colin Hitschler about Devonte Smith.
Yeah, so just Devonte Smith staying healthy is probably the priority for him.
Yeah.
It's never been a skill thing. It's never been an ability to adapt. One thing that he was excited about is just the fact that the room is coming together so nicely as a group and how they're pushing each other. He was very happy about speaking on highlights that Damani Jackson had made, Red Morgan, things of that nature. So it was pretty awesome to see that. But
and the young guys.
Yes,
He said all of the young
all
guys.
of the young guys are dogs.
Yeah.
And these are words from him. And we know Devonte Smith is a dog. When he's healthy, he shows up. So it's just good words. It puts you on a better spectrum when you're talking about Alabama and the back end of the defense. Knowing a guy like Devonte Smith, he's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's going to tell you straight up what he needs to work on, what they need to work on. But he sounded very confident today.
And Coach Hitschler, congratulations to him. He recently welcomed in a child.
Yeah,
So he got all the family moved in from Wisconsin. He had his first child. I know a lot of parents. I'm a parent. You're a parent. And that's an amazing experience, like kind of a fresh start for him to move the family and to have the baby literally here in Tuscaloosa. So now they're all in. So congratulations to him. We also had an opportunity to speak with linebackers coach Christian Robinson. And I thought, all of these coaches, it's amazing because we've never really been able to talk to the assistant coaches and to get kind of a sense of their overall IQ and their demeanor and how kind of they present themselves. It's professional 100%. What was your takeaways from speaking with him?
First off, I would like to say that him and Coach Roach work well together. You can see that happening, the way that the cross training is happening with the edges and the D-line. But one thing about Robinson, he highlighted the fact that he is very familiar with the footprint when it came to recruiting.
Yes.
And we all know how important it is to solidify those edges in this style of defense, those Wolf and those Bandit guys, and that's the group that he coaches. So to see him and know that he's very confident in his reach and this footprint, that only helps you. And then he also highlighted the brand, right? He definitely highlighted the brand. So, and this is a former Georgia guy, so he understands the brand and what it entails, and to have his in-depth knowledge of playing on the edge and just being a player's coach. You can see that from him. So I'm loving his staff.
And real calm, like him and Colin Hitschler, smooth dudes, and the intensity and the fire is there. But I like it because you have on the staff, you have your coaches who are high energy, like a
nice balance.
Shepard,
A nice
right?
balance
You
of all
have a
of
Kane Wommick, who I know is fiery, the fire in the belly. But on the other side, you have some good cohesiveness, kind of the yin and yang, the fire and water, right? You can feel that as well. Another linebacker that we spoke to today, or we moved from outside linebackers to inside linebacker, a player was Jihad Campbell.
Yes.
Everybody, they're not surprised to hear that Jihad Campbell is, keeping that pipeline healthy from the IMG, but to see him now, after he got a ton of experience last year, it's impressive. He's a physical specimen, very humble young man. I asked him about Deonte Lawson coming back and kind of just what it means for that. But your takeaways from speaking to him and just seeing him, he's probably the college football world. We know about him in our ecosystem. The college football world doesn't know about him yet.
Yeah, definitely overlooked outside of Alabama. Maybe, a few teams in the SEC kind of remember him, right? Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi State, they remember him. But outside of that, it's like, I like the fact that he's being slept on. Another weapon, like Q-Rob. We was talking about Q-Rob a few weeks ago. A lot of people are sleeping on him.
About him.
They just don't know that we have a bunch of talent. And Jihad Campbell is one of the leaders in that room this year. And they have a lot of veteran guys. Jeremiah Alexander, Justin Jefferson, Deonte Lawson. That 4 rotation is going to be very solid. And Jihad Campbell, what I do want to highlight, You gotta understand how athletic this young man was last year, and he was just getting thrown into the fire last year.
Yeah.
Imagine coming back in this type of schematic with Coach Wommick and how he likes to deal those linebackers, those inside guys, how he likes to send them. This is going to be an exciting scene watching those guys.
Yeah, love it. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed our video today from Catching Up with the Coaches. I'm going to go ahead and go back and kind of trim things up so they might be a little bit easier to see or timestamp them so you can kind of cruise the video and get to the interviews that you want. But he's Coach Smoot. My name's Kyle Henderson, both of Bama Football on YouTube. We appreciate you guys being here, supporting us, whether that's Super Chats or becoming a fan funder. Think about becoming a fan funder. At the top of these videos, just hit the join button or at the bottom where it says join. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without you guys supporting us. So we are trying our best to give you high quality content regarding Alabama football, and I hope you guys can see that. And you know, we're right here. We're on site. We're not coming to you from New York City or from Nashville, like speculating on the team. We are here, like we every single day. Like this is Tuscaloosa, right? So think about that when you're getting your news, you know, everywhere. And there's a lot of great content creators that are here in Tuscaloosa, but like we are physically here, you know. So we live here, and we appreciate you guys.
Don't forget to shout out our sponsors too, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great sponsors. We have Ocean City in Maryland. The LPR is the promo code. We got Demetrius Maynard, who's a viewer like you, who is a sponsor. Who else we got?
We got RogueShop.com.
Yep.
Mr. Rub It On My Back himself sitting next to me. So y'all run it up, man. Continue to share it and show love to the chat, to the channel. Like Kyle said, we are here. We're putting in the work. And we love doing this. It's a passion for you all. You guys make it easy with the way you support. So we
100%.
definitely appreciate our sponsors, our fan funders, and everybody in the chat right now. We definitely appreciate you.
Have a beautiful day, and we will catch you next video right here on Bama Football on YouTube.
Roll Tide.